Good morning, students. Our next lesson is understanding poverty. So, poverty means Pedarikam. So, this is one of the biggest problem in our economy in the world. So, when we compare the people, so most of the people are living under poverty line at present also. Okay, so what is the meaning of poverty? So poverty means the state of one who lacks a usual or socially acceptable amount of money, who are not having a sufficient money to feed their family. That is the meaning of poverty. So how can we say either the people are below poverty or above poverty? So there is a some calculation as measures are there. So the family who are earning less than 27,000 per annum, those are comes under poverty. Clear? So the family who are earning 27,000 per annum or 2,250 per month, who are earning less than this amount, is comes under below poverty line. So why we fixed this price amount to calculate the poverty? So the people who comes under below poverty line will get some facilities or schemes from the government, like PDS system. They will get the ration cards or Antyodaya cards or some other benefits from the government. So what have to understand here? Who are comes under below poverty line? The family who are earning less than 27,000 per annum or 2,250 per month. This is very little amount. I think so many people are earning more than this, but at present, based on our conditions, the people who are earning 50,000 15,000 per month can live little bit comfortable. Okay, but here, according to the economists, they fixed 27,000 for year to calculate the poverty. Okay, so already we have discussed the problems of poor people in the previous classes also. Okay, they don't have proper housing, they are unable to eat proper nutrition food, they cannot spend money on education or health. Okay, so these are the problems of the poor people. So take some examples through this lesson. Okay, distress in rural areas, especially when you discuss about the lives of the rural people. Once upon a time, at present also. Okay, so once upon a time, most of the artisans were depend on farmers in the rural areas. So here Ramachari, he is one of the artisan, worked as a carpenter in a village in Algonda district. So what is the work of the carpenters? They may make tools and implements for the farmers in the villages. So Ramachari don't have any land and cattle. That's why he was not a farmer. So mostly he was depend on farmers activities. Okay. Next, till few years back, Ramachari have around 40 clients, 40 farmers used his services. So most of them farmers. So after a year, after completion of a farming session period, so they pay for his services with paddy. means barter system. Mostly in the villages they don't pay once upon a time. They paid either paddy or some other things. So each gave him 70 kilograms a year, means one bag of paddy, okay, 70 kilograms. Of the 2800 kgs he got this way. How many clients are there? 40 into 70 kilograms. So Ramachari got usually got 2800 kilograms per year. So he kept what his family needed and sold that rest in the market. He kept some paddy aside for his family requirements. So surplus, what he had surplus paddy, he was sold in the market. He could get around rupees 375 for 70 kgs of paddy. This was some years ago. Okay, so after retaining what his family required, he could make 8,000 in a year. With that, he looked for the family. So by his services, total earning of his family 8,000 per year. Is it sufficient to him to lead his family, to provide facilities to the family, food, housing, education, health and all those? No. So this amount is not sufficient. So here the picture given about carpenter. So troubles started when agriculture operations began to change. So with the 8,000 income, once upon a time he was lived a little bit comfortably. But later the things are changed. So when technology is improved, so already we have discussed in the previous lesson effects on the livelihood of the people. Okay, technology effects on the livelihood of the people. So the entry of 12 tractors in the village reduced his work opportunity. Large and medium farmers were hiring tractors and there was less use of bullocks, as you would have read in an earlier chapter. However, that was not all. For many small farmers in the village, farming was getting more and more difficult. So the canal had dried up and there was no water for irrigation. To dig borewells and buy seeds, fertilizers and pesticides, farmers had to take loans at high costs. Repayment was difficult more. So when the crops failed in Ramachari's village, the villagers lost over 30 bullocks in distress sales. So like that. So when technology introduced, most of the artisans and small farmers were affected. Okay. In addition to that, so the canal had dried up and there was no water for irrigation. So they took loans to buy seeds and to do bore wells, fertilizers and pesticides, and farmers get debts. Okay, so repayment was became difficult. So like that, in the same times, because of drought conditions and because of crop failures, they suffered a lot. That meant less work for Ramachari, who made various items linked with their use. So the artisan, the carpenter Ramachari was depend on the farmer's activity, but farmer's activities were reduced. Okay, next. There was no demand for Ramachari's implements as the farmers were not replacing their tools. The number of clients come down from 40 to 3 or 4 per year. Every year the clients are reducing because they are not using the wooden implements. They are using tractors and another technology. So as the work in the village dwindled, reduced. So Aruna, Ramachari's wife, started working in a chappal company in Hyderabad. She migrated to earn income to from Nalgonda to Hyderabad alone. Okay, so there was no choice. She don't have any choice, either Ramachari or his wife. So she says, I had never been a migrant worker before, but there were no chances of finding work here. So she was never crossed her village for work, but now she migrated. So she migrates for 1 month at a time, leaving their three children with her husband. More than 250 workers migrated from that village. Out of the village, looking for work, leaving the elderly and the young children behind. Okay, so like that, so many farmers and artisans so migrated from rural area to urban area for searching of food, livelihood. So while Aruna went to work in the city, the family would remain hungry many times. At times, Ramachari had to borrow from the neighbors even to buy some broken rice to feed the children. So Ramachari would often fall ill and keep poor health. He was not able to work in the same capacity as before. Why? He was not taken adequate food. You don't have facilities. You don't have nutrition food. That's why he fall ill. He was fall ill and keep poor health. Okay, so this is one of the story of the artisan Ramachari. Okay, so you can understand the problems of the poor people. So because of poverty, they are unable to take adequate food, and they cannot provide facilities to their family. Okay, they never think about luxurious life, but they are unable to provide facilities, common facilities to the family. Next, another person, take the example of another person. Chandraya, he is a cart puller. So his family lives in the village while he works in the city market and lives in the city slums. So already Chandraya migrated to city before only. So his family is living at village. Okay, he is living in the city slums. So in the urban areas, the people who are having less income, who are living under below poverty line, usually live in the slum area. Slum areas means so the area which is not having a proper facilities, drainage system, okay, and housing, roads. So that areas are called slums. So at times he earns 100 rupees, 100 and one on some days. He doesn't earn more than 40 depending on the number of trips he makes with his cart. During the day, Chandraya eats from one of the carts in the markets selling roti and dal as breakfast or lunch. He ate roti and dal and usually earn 100 rupees per day. Sometimes he is unable to earn that also. So based on the trips, so since he wants to save money to send to his family, he usually eats less than what would be adequate for the heavy manual work that he does. So he don't spend money on food more. Why? Because he should save his money to send to his family. That's why he is not taking adequate food according to his manual work. So Actually, Chandraya, according to his work, he should take 2400 caloric food per day. 2400 by per day, but he was not taking that much. Okay, so towards the evening, he is very tired. All the caterpillars who stay in the slums pool in money and take turns to cook the evening meal. Pool means collect money from everyone, and they spend to cook. Okay, living and working for 20 years in this manner without adequate nutrition as saped means gradually weaken Chandraya's energy, and he looks much older than his age. Okay, so when you compare with others in the same age, but he is looking very old. You can see so many people who are working hard. Okay, they look older than other people. Their hair will become white, and they look very thin. Okay, like that. So this is not only the story of Ramaswamy and Chandraya. So many people in our country are suffering like that. Okay, so living under poverty line, not taking adequate food and nutrition food, they are unable to provide facilities to their family members. Next, poverty as chronic hunger. So, situation of chronic hunger is widespread. Numerous people like Ramachari and Chandraya across Indian villages and cities cannot afford enough food every day to be healthy and lead an active life. So, not only Chandraya and Ramaswamy, so many people in our country, okay, cannot afford enough food every day to be healthy and lead an active life. Okay, next, they may not always appear to be in the desperate situation that we find with the homeless or old people living on the streets. These people may look normal to us, but they do experience hunger and fatigue. So, when you see them, they look normal, but they are suffering with hunger. They do not get sufficient food to eat. They are eating less than what they should. If the situation continues for a long time, it is called chronic or persistent hunger. They are usually tired, feel weak, and often fall ill. So, what is the meaning of chronic hunger? So, if this situation is continue without food, without proper food, adequate food, if they live a long period, it is called chronic or persistent hunger. Okay, so usually we need energy to move muscles and to walk, to talk, and to do our routine work. We need energy. From where we get energy? Usually we get energy from the food, adequate food or nutritious food or carbohydrate food. This energy is measured in kilocalories. For example, 1 teaspoon of sugar gives 40 calories. 1 teaspoon of oil gives us 90 kilocalories. Nowadays, all the people have good knowledge about this. Okay, they are very conscious about their health. Okay, so if you look at any packaged food, it usually indicates the total calories that one would get from it, how many calories it contains, what the ingredients they mixed in that food. Everything will printed on the packet. Okay, the national caloric standard, the national caloric standard was established as 2400 and 2100 kilocalories per day for rural and urban areas respectively. The people who are living in rural areas, they should take 2400 kilocalories food. The people who are living in urban areas, especially who are doing hard work, so they should take 2100 kilocalories food every day. Okay, on an average, a person requires food that would provide 2100 kilocalories per day as a minimum energy intake to stay healthy. The people who take this adequate food will get good health. In rural areas where annual work is more intense, the caloric intake requirement is higher at 2400 kilocalories per day. So usually the rural people work in the agricultural fields, they do more hard work, physical work, especially they do physical work. That's why they should take 2400 kilocalories per day. So here 80% of people in rural areas in India consume food less than that kilocalories, standard kilocalories. They are not taking this adequate food. 80% of people not taking adequate food per day in our country. So out of 4 out of 5 persons in rural areas have food that is deficient in calories. Deficiency in calories is not limited to people in the village alone. In the urban areas also, 3 out of 5 persons have food that is deficient in calories. That's why 80% of people in our country taking less than adequate food. Okay, so even after independence, so the we can see the development. Okay, when compared to the 1880s, while our country as whole seems to have become more prosperous and we have many more goods and services than were available earlier in the market. Different type of food is available in the packets, but there is no money in the pockets of the people. Okay, food is stored in the packets, but no money in the pockets of the people to buy. So why these people are suffering? Because of they don't have a purchasing capacity, they don't have a proper income. Okay, so but among the poorest, hunger has increased. So nowadays, the difference between rich and poor is increasing day by day. Okay, already we have seen the situations of the people in the COVID-19 time. Okay, so our economy decreased and people suffered for food, for income, for work. Okay, next. They actually consume less calories today than say 25 years back when you compare with previous days and present days. So at present the population is increased. Okay, so urban areas are increased. So the atmosphere conditions are changed. People are suffering for drinking water, irrigation water, pollution. Okay, they're using more fertilizers, pesticides. That's why the soil degraded. fertility decreased, okay, because of all these problems. So we are not able to get sufficient food to the people. Food scarcity is increasing day by day. That's why when you compare with 25 years back, they had good food when you compare at present. Okay. Next, hunger is not just painful to bear; it is also destructive. So if you don't take a breakfast one day or lunch one day, how you feel? We feel sick. But if they continue that situation for more days, that is unbearable. Not only painful, not bearable, but it is also destructive. They will fall ill, they become weak. Chronic hunger and caloric deficiencies related to undernutrition. Undernutrition. People who are chronically hungry and do not have access to sufficient amounts of safe and nutritious food and therefore are undernourished. Their undernourishment makes it hard to study. So when the people are unhealthy, the people are who are weak, they are unable to study properly. They cannot concentrate on studies and work or otherwise perform physical activities. Who are under nutrition, they cannot read properly, they cannot work properly, either they cannot do physical activities. Undernourished children do not grow as quickly as healthy children. So, according to their age, they don't have the weight and they don't grow height. Mentally, they may develop more slowly. So, these much effects are there on the bodies of the people. Undernourished, nourishment effect of the body of the children are mental. So mentally they may develop more slowly. Constant hunger weakens the immune system and makes them more vulnerable to diseases and infections. So recently all people discussed about immunity power. COVID-19 times people try to improve their immunity by taking adequate food. Why? Because if they don't, people who don't have immunity will be affected by the diseases. Okay. Next, mothers living in constant hunger often give birth to underweight and weak babies. So if the mothers who don't take proper food will give the birth to underweight and weak babies. So these are the effects of the undernutrition or poverty or chronic hunger. Clear? So next part of the lesson we'll discuss in the next class. Write your own notes. Thank you.